Assalamu alaikum to all of you. In my last lecture, I have uploaded transport in plants part 2. But due to auto cut in my video, it was a bit incomplete. So today we are going to discuss remaining part of transport in plants. Transport in plants. Remaining part. And in this we were discussing transpiration factors. So today we have to know the factors which are responsible for increasing and decreasing rate of transpiration. It means that the factors which affect transpiration. And in that lecture I have told you that transpiration is loss of plants. And so today we have to discuss what are the factors which affect transpiration. Factors. First factor is humidity. Second factor is temperature. Factor is temperature, and last factor is speed of wind. So we have to see these are the factors which are responsible for increasing and decreasing rate of transpiration. Now transpiration is called an important evil. Transpiration is called an important evil. So why? So in this, as we know, transpiration is an important evil, but it has also benefits. So today we have to see what are the benefits of this important evil. That means transpiration. So it means that first benefit we can write here. Number 1, maintenance. It maintains cell shape and size. Then second is transpiration pool. And in case of transpiration pool, I have told you transpiration pool. And I have told you when transpiration, it means when water loss takes place in plants. For example, leaves, in photosynthesis takes place in leaves, and when these leaves lose water through the process of transpiration, so they need water for the formation of food. So they lack this water, and when they forcibly take this water from roots, this we call as transpiration pool. Then the third one is the mineral transport. Transpiration helps in mineral transport. But there is a number 4. Number 4 is this transpiration helps keeps the surface of leaves cool. It means that cooling effect, helps in cooling effect of leaves. Leaf surface. So these were the benefits which were the factors or the benefits which were given by transpiration. Now we will see how these minerals are absorbed. How minerals are absorbed. How minerals are absorbed. Now we have to see how these minerals are absorbed. Now we know root hairs absorb water by the process of diffusion. That means this diffusion process is with the help of energy. And when the molecules move from lower concentration to higher concentration, because roots have high concentration of water present. So minerals are present in the form of charged particles, or we can say in the form of ions in the soil or roots. So concentration of minerals in soil is less than the root cells. So minerals are absorbed actively through osmosis unlike water. Some elements which are present in roots or in stem, these are mobile. Mobile means mobile elements. This means move from one place to another. Movable. And some elements are which are immobile. It means that they can't leave their place and they can't move from one place to another. So they are called immobile elements. So we know that older parts release the mobile elements. Older parts release mobile elements. And now younger parts lack immobile element. Younger parts lack immobile elements. Younger parts lack immobile elements. It means that immobile elements are the elements which cannot move from one place to another. So here is one term which is mentioned in your NCERT, which is source. So let us try to know what is source. Source. In case of source, I will say you, source is the part of plant where food formation takes place. Part of plant where food formation takes place. For example, food formation takes place in leaves, or we can say energy formation takes place in leaves. For example, leaves. And there is another term which we call as sink. So sink is the part of plant which requires energy. Part of the plant which needs or requires energy. For example, stem. Stem has need of energy. Now we know that photosynthesis takes place in leaves and food is formed as the result of photosynthesis, and this food gets transported through vascular tissues. And there are water and minerals also which are present in the soil, and these are also transported from vascular tissues. Now there is phloem transport. We know that phloem transports food. Phloem transports food, and xylem transports water and minerals. Xylem transports water and minerals. So these minerals and water is transported through xylem. So we know that phloem transports food as food formation takes place in leaves, and food is transported. When food is transported, it is, for example, it is transported in upper parts and in lower parts. We know that food is transported in upper parts and also in lower parts. So it means its direction is it is bidirectional. So movement of food is bidirectional. Movement of food is bidirectional. Bidirectional. It means that it goes into upper part and also it goes into lower part. Now there is xylem. We know that xylem transports water and minerals. And these water and minerals are transported from the roots to the upper part. These water and minerals, in case of xylem, we know water and minerals are these are transported from roots to upper parts. Roots to upper parts. Upper parts. So we can say phloem movement is, we can say this movement is unidirectional, or we can say movement xylem part of flow of xylem is unidirectional. It means that it goes one side. Flow of xylem is unidirectional. Unidirectional. Now we have to know which is important part of your this lesson, or we can say last topic of your lesson. It means that we have to know what is pressure flow hypothesis. Pressure flow hypothesis, or we can say it is mass flow hypothesis. Mass flow hypothesis. So what is this mass flow hypothesis or pressure flow hypothesis? Transformation by phloem from source to sink. Transformation by phloem from source to sink. And we know that food is formed in the leaves, and this is formed as the result of photosynthesis. But we call this food as glucose. This food is called as glucose, and in this pressure flow hypothesis, glucose is converted into sucrose. And in this pressure flow hypothesis, we know that food is formed as the result of photosynthesis, and this food is called as glucose, and this glucose is converted into sucrose. So in phloem, this sugar is uploaded. Sugar is uploaded. Sugar is uploaded. Sugar is uploaded actively, and then it will go to companion cells. It will go to companion cells. Then after companion cells, it will go to sieve tube elements. Sieve tube elements. And when it will go to sieve tube elements with the help of energy, we know that xylem is present there, adjacent to the phloem. Xylem is present adjacent to the phloem. And when this food is actively uploaded in the phloem, when food is uploaded, when uploading of food takes place, water will take entry. Water will enter. When water will enter in the phloem inside the cells, then a pressure will be generated, which we call as osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure. And this pressure will move from lower to this pressure will move towards lower side. Then it will move towards lower side. So food transportation will take place. Transportation of food. Transportation of food will take place. And when this transportation begins, because of higher pressure, food will go from source to sink. Food goes from source to sink. And this, when food will go source to sink, then it will reach the separate cells, and then sucrose, which were present in the phloem, will be released. Sucrose is released. Sucrose is released. And when sucrose is released, when food which was present in the phloem will reach to the cells, osmotic pressure will again decrease. So we can say it is active process. Now we have understood that pressure flow hypothesis is the pathway of transport of food in plants. Pressure flow hypothesis, or we can say mass flow hypothesis is the pathway, of transportation of food in plants. So it was all about your transport in plants, and it was also remaining part, and I have completed this chapter with that. Thank you very much.